Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Norton, and today for math, I get to teach you about money. We are going to mostly be focusing on two types of money, and that's going to be the penny and the nickel coins. But let's go ahead and let's just look at these 5 different types of money. The first is the penny. The next is the nickel. Then we have a dime, and lastly we have a quarter. Those are the coins that we use for money. Then we have dollars. Dollars are different. They're made out of paper. They also have a back side and a front side. What do you see on the front of each of these pieces of money? I bet you're saying, I see a face. Yes, you do see a face. You see a president's face. Then when you turn it over, let Mrs. Norton flip each of these coins over, and we're going to call that something different. We call the face side the heads of the coin, and then we call the back of the coin the tail side. Isn't that kind of funny? Heads and tails. We don't really say that for dollars, but we say that for coins. You may hear someone say, let's have a coin toss, and we'll see heads you win, or tails I win. So let's just do a quick little toss of our coin and see which way it lands. Oh, that one landed, that penny landed on heads. Let's toss our nickel. Oh, that nickel just landed on tails. So we say heads when we see a face on the coin. We say tails when we see the back of the coin that does not have a face, but rather an image. Okay, let's move over to our paper now, and we're going to talk about heads and tails some more. As you can see right here for the penny has a head side, which has the face, and the tail side that shows an image. It is the same coin, it's just turned over to see each side. Same with the nickel. This is the head side that shows the face, and the tail side that shows an image. Now, what can you tell me about these coins right here that makes them the same? Do you see something that makes them the same? Well, if you were holding one in your hand, you would say they're both hard metal. And they're also the shape of being round like a circle. That would make them the same. Well, let's go ahead and let's match the head to the tail for each of these coins. Go ahead and draw your lines matching your heads of your pennies to your tail. Head to tail. There we go. Head to tail. And you can do that for 3 and 4. So we talked about how they are alike. They are metal and they are round, and they both have very important people on them. They have presidents on them. Maybe you've already learned that the penny has Abraham Lincoln's face. See him right there? He was our president. And the nickel has Thomas Jefferson's face, and you can see that right there. So the penny is a brownish color, and the nickel is a silver color. So now we've talked about what is the same and what is different about the coins. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to be counting our coins, and then writing down how many of each coin we see. Now remember, a coin can have a head or a tail. So we're going to count them separately. Let's go ahead first and let's count our pennies. Ready? I like to make a mark on each coin as I count it to make sure I didn't miss any. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And then trace the 3. And then for our nickels, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's always good to double count, isn't it? Let's count our pennies here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And how many nickels? 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Next problem, number 3. Let's count our pennies first. 1, 2. 1, 2. And now our nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now for number 4, it says, talk about it. Tell how you knew what coin came next in your pattern. Patterns are so fun. Well, let's think for just a minute. When we look at this nickel, we see this side has a face. So this is our which side of the coin? Did you say heads? Good job. Now, using your phonics, who can tell me what sound you hear at the beginning of heads? Did you say H? Good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and write an H right underneath that head sign. Now, let's look at the next side. I see a tail. I'm going to start and write my T. Head side, tail side. T for tail. Next one. What do you see here? I see a face. That is the head side. Next, we see the image on the back of the coin. What do we call it? The tails. Let's look at our patterns so far. Ready? Heads, tail, head, tail. And again, we see another head. We see a face that has a head on the front of the coin. Now, let's say our pattern again. Heads, tail, head, tail, head. What would come next? I hope that you said tail. It is the tail that would come next. H, T, H, T, H, T. That was fun. Let's turn our paper over and you have more practice. Again, you'll be drawing lines to match the two sides of each coin from the head to the tail, from the head to the tail of each type of coins, the pennies and the nickels. Let's go ahead and turn over to the back page, the last page, and you will be doing the same practice again, counting your pennies. You may cross them off as you count them, and then write your number on the line, count your nickel, write it on the line, and finish out your paper, and ending with another fun pattern of nickels and pennies. Do your best, boys and girls.